Paris, nearly 100 countries took part in a globe-spanning crackdown on the illegal wildlife trade, seizing tons of meat, ivory, pangolin scales and timber in a month-long bust that exposed the international reach of traffickers, Interpol said Wednesday. Officials also confiscated thousands of live animals, including turtles in Malaysia and parrots in Mexico. Canada intercepted 18 tons of eel meat arriving from Asia. Those arrested included 2 flight attendants in Los Angeles and a man in Israel whose house was raided after he posted a hunting photograph on social media. In this photo taken in May in Canada and provided by Interpol on Wednesday, a Canadian wildlife officer inspects a polar bear pelt for trade compliance. International police agency Interpol said a giant operation against illegal trade in wildlife and timber resulted in millions of dollars worth of seizures and the identification of 1,400 suspects across the world. Interpol Operation Thunderstorm, which followed similar stings in past years, yielded seizures worth millions of dollars during May. According to Interpol, the results are spectacular, said Sheldon Jordan, Canada's Director General of Wildlife Enforcement. Acknowledging the magnitude of the problem, Jordan said global wildlife crime is worth about $150 billion US annually and is fourth in value after the illegal drug trade, counterfeiting and human trafficking. Article continued below. Criminal syndicates that smuggle flora and fauna often take advantage of porous borders and corrupt officials, transporting illicit cargo at an industrial scale. The thunderstorm swoop included the confiscation of 8 tons of pangolin scales, half of which was found by Vietnamese authorities on a ship from Africa. Africa's 4 species of pangolins are under increasing pressure from poachers because of the decimation of the 4 species in Asia, where pangolin scales are used in traditional medicine. A total of 43 tons of contraband meat, including bear, elephant, crocodile, whale and zebra, 1.3 tons of elephant ivory, 27,000 reptiles, about 4,000 birds, 48 live primates, 14 big cats and 2 polar bear carcasses were also seized. Several tons of wood and timber were also seized. In this handout photo taken on May 2018 in Mexico and provided by Interpol on Wednesday, shows young hatchings intercepted by Mexican police authorities as they were being smuggled out of Mexico. Interpol via the Associated Press, China, the world's largest ivory consumer, banned its domestic trade starting this year in what conservationists hope will relieve pressure on Africa's besieged elephant populations. While some herds are recovering, a high rate of killing continues in many areas, such as Mozambique's Nyassa Reserve. Some 1,400 suspects were identified worldwide in the thunderstorm sting, which included police, customs and other agencies from 92 countries, Interpol said. 2 flight attendants were arrested in Los Angeles carrying live spotted turtles to Asia in personal baggage, said Interpol. Both suspects have been charged with smuggling protected species. In this photo taken in May in Ecuador and provided by Interpol on Wednesday, Ecuadorian police officers inspect a bird of prey. Interpol via the Associated Press, participating nations were from Asia, Europe, the Middle East and North and South America. The Pacific nation of Vanuatu, which is not an Interpol member, took part. Article continued below. Officers searched cars, trucks, boats and containers, sometimes using sniffer dogs and X-ray scanners. The operation, Interpol Secretary General Jürgen Stock said, showed that wildlife traffickers use the same routes as other criminals, often hand in hand with tax evasion, corruption, money laundering and violent crime.